what he leaves us.
Midnight hour upon us once again. We have a show for tonight. I'm host Duke. Again with me is RP Ellis.
Absolutely, Otis. So we got a lot to cover tonight following a huge first episode here of the Midnight Hour. We're going to get right to it here, Otis. Let's talk about a little bit what happened earlier this week after last Midnight Madness.
Nathan Roberts was ambushed much the same way he did Owen White after he won the Madness Championship.
I'm surprised these two weren't arrested.
Here's what security cameras caught at Charlotte Douglas International Airport.
The Midnight, that Madness Championship you see here, you get that 24/7 rule is in effect on the title. Rusty Spikes, after a disappointing week last week, trying to take advantage of the new champion after he ambushed Owen White. And you see here, these guys brawling out here in public here. It's amazing that modern technology is able to capture this on film. You got to think this championship happened years and years ago. This wouldn't even been the case.
No, it wouldn't have. But as you see, Nathan didn't waste any time tucking tail and running with his championship in hand.
Well, that's a unique way to defend a title there. I think that's the first time I've seen somebody actually take their title and flee an airport with it on the line. But speaking of Midnight Madness here, it looks like Mike Sutton's on his way out to the ring.
Yeah, he's scheduled to speak here tonight, and last week he just totally injured Riley Reynolds. Riley Reynolds is still in the hospital. He has a fractured orbital and a concussion, and he seriously injured him. And our prayers go out to Riley and his family.
Otis, no offense here, but I don't even want to speak about what he did in the main event last week. That was not okay by my terms, where I'm sitting here ringside. That's not how an athlete conducts himself in a professional setting.
And not at all. Not at all. And I know he did it because he's trying to prove a point, but that's not the way to go about it.
Well, I know that GSF is about the baddest of the bad, the toughest of the tough, and you can tag on any mantra and mottos that you want to go with that, but as far as I'm concerned, hopefully Mr. Ray Geddes himself is going to come out here tonight and have something to say about this, because again, to me, as far as I'm concerned, that was too far. that was beyond too far. And I'm just ashamed that anybody at home had to watch that.
I am too, and Riley Reynolds has been one of our staples of GSF since its inception, and you know, he may have ended the man's career, and it's just not right.
Well, as you said, sudden death here is gonna. I guess he's gonna speak on what happened here.
He's getting a mic now. There. He's got some words for the, I guess, the timekeeper over there. I don't know what he's talking there.
Death is the wish of some, relief of many, and the end of all. I said anyone that stands between me and what is rightfully mine would meet their maker. That sudden death comes to all in my path. Did you think I was lying? Look at the tape, Ray. Look at Riley Reynolds being carted out of here last week. Look at him. Roll the tape.
And you see here what Mike did to him. Put his head against that ring post, not once, but twice, and drove his foot right into his skull.
Are you kidding me? Why are we watching this again? We've seen it last week. We've seen more than enough of this last week.
And the thing about it is, after we went off the air last week, we didn't see this part. The audience didn't see this part, but they carted him out of here on this stretcher. And you think Mike's done with him? You would think he'd be done with him. He'd already done what he was going to do to him, but
just look at this man. He's gloating about this. They had to literally roll him physically onto that stretcher. This is just disgusting.
And as you can see here, he wasn't done with him. This was after we went off the air last week, and he just continued to stomp him and beat him, and all that was uncalled for.
Yeah, I know.
Like I said, our prayers go out to Riley Reynolds and his family.
The gold standard is dead, just as anyone else who stands before me will be. Ray, you took something from me 4 years ago. My opportunity, my moment on the biggest stage in GSF, WrestleFest. You took my shot to win the GSF World Title when you closed the doors and said it was for good. But yet, you're still parading around here as if it were then, that nothing has changed, that you're still the champion, and we should all just bow down to you. Well, Mike Sutton bows to no man, or even God himself. No, I make them bow to me, and if they don't, you end up like Reynolds. If things are the same, I want what I earned 4 years ago, and I want it now.
Uh-oh. Wes Wade. That's Wes Wade's music.
Well, this is about to get interesting. What a way to open up episode 2 of GSF Midnight Madness there, and this madness is upon us.
And Wade threw his name in the hat last week, would be that number 1 contender for the World Championship, and I can't wait to hear what he's got to say to Mike Sutton.
Well,
he's a fan favorite here. They love him. And so, and I for one wouldn't mind seeing him get in there and kick Sutton around just a little bit to get back for what he did to Riley last week.
Well, that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. You know, after what we just were forced to sit through again, and I apologize to the fans at home for having to even see this carried out here in a setting like this. Let's just skip the pleasantries here. Maybe Wes Wade will take that microphone and shove it down Mike Sutton's throat.
He might just do that too. Oh, he's asking for a microphone now.
Give me a second to let this sink in. You won the Ruthless Ruckus 4 years ago. Ray shut down the company, so you're all angry now? You want to raise hell, go on a tear, destroy everyone in your path, and automatically think You're entitled to a shot at the GSF World title? I got news for you, Mike. You're not entitled to a damn thing. This is a new day, a new era. What happened all those years ago has no bearing on right now. You're living in the past, boy. But if we're going to buy past accomplishments, I'm the single most decorated star in GSF history. The only Grand Slam champion. A staple of this company since its inception. An original, if you will. If there's anyone who deserves a shot at the belt, it's me. So shut the hell up. Step to the back of the line, Mikey. I should be the #1 contender.
It's ugly here.
Wait a second.
You just hit Wade.
There we go. There we go.
There we go.
Finally, somebody's standing up to sudden death here. Oh, hold on a second.
Oh, you said we might hear from Ray Geddes tonight, and here he comes.
Well, this thing is breaking down in the ring, so leave it to the owner here to come out here and actually bestow some order to this.
What the hell is wrong with you two? You're out here running your traps like a couple of jackasses, hee-hawing on and on about who should be the #1 contender for my title. Mike, you keep blaming me for every damn thing that's wrong with your pathetic little life. Ray cost me my opportunity. I want what I earned 4 years ago. Shut the hell up, son. I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. But just to prove your point, last week you probably ended Riley Reynolds' career when you put your size 21 boot to his damn head against the ring post and commenced to cave in the side of his damn skull. They carted him out of here on a damn stretcher. Am I supposed to be impressed by any of that? Well, I don't think so. I ain't impressed a damn bit. Then, the bringer of pain and despair, the renegade Wes Wade, wants to throw his name in the pot. The only grand champion in the history of GSF is the card you're playing. That's an ace of a card. But if you step in the ring with Armageddon for the World Championship, you can add receiving a grand ass whipping to that history. Both of you think by coming out here, making claims of being the #1 contender and commencing to beat the living hell out of each other, that you're gonna get a shot at this title. Well, that's the only damn thing either one of you are right about. Cause tonight, the main event will be sudden death Mike Sutton versus the renegade Wes Wade in a no DQ match. The winner gets their shot at this title right here at the first SPV. Get the F in. You both want it? Just win and you got your shot, along with a guaranteed ass whipping from Ray Geddes. Cause when you're dealing with a raging redneck, you get dealt with.
Well, that's going to be a huge main event tonight.
Oh my
Between
goodness.
those two men in the ring.
No disqualifications in the main event tonight.
There's got to be a winner, I guess. Neither one of them be disqualified. These two men might tear each other apart.
Well, absolutely. They may not leave this building standing at all. That's a lot to take in there. We're getting kicked off here right where we left off, it seems like, with our last episode.
And, he just told you what our main event is going to be tonight. It's going to be Wes Wade versus Sudden Death Mike Sutton. And it's going to be a no DQ match. And the winner gets #1 contender. It's going to be the #1 contender for the World Championship. I don't know if I'm guessing which one of those I want to face.
Yeah, that's a hard bargain there either way. We also got some other big matches planned tonight. Following the opening Fatal 4-Way match from our last episode here, we got a little bit of a grudge match between former friends Lewis Rivers and Walter Scott here. You know, Lewis Rivers won that match last episode and went as far to insult Walter Scott, putting a dollar bill there in his mouth.
and Walter was not very happy with that. I spoke to Walter earlier this week, and he wasn't too happy with his former friend.
Absolutely not. Walter's a guy who takes a lot of pride in his craft, and well, that's one way to get across the point here. Maybe the friendship's over with. Also, we're talking about the round robin tournament coming up for the it's been ongoing for the international championship here. That'll be a huge match. The Cobra, Chris McIntyre, Mason, Kronik are going to go head to head here. I'm really looking forward to this one, Otis.
Oh, me too, because both of these men, they're there to compete. And it should be a very good matchup between the two of them. But it's the only round robin tournament match this week. Next week, Rudo will face Kronik, and McIntyre will face the Rogue Shark, Roger Terry.
That should be very interesting as well.
And then we have Von Hollywood, Jay Krack, and the Iceman, Nate Aikman, in a triple threat match tonight as well. Krack and Hollywood were both in a match against each other last week, and then the Iceman came out, hit everybody with a chair. He hit Hollywood with a chair, he hit Jay Krack with a chair, and he hit the ref. He took everybody out, and then laid them all out with the Ice Age.
Yeah, and on top of that, he went on social media on the GSF Facebook page. If you're not following that, give it a like there on Facebook. And he talked trash about Von Hollywood and Jay Krack following his actions. Very proud of his handiwork on the last episode here. But hey, he's got a lot to back up here tonight. He's going to have to put up or shut up in this triple threat match.
And he talked junk, but we still don't know why he attacked both men. Oh, and then you got the Nightmare and Slayer versus Chris Knight. But right now, you got Aussie Andy making his way to the ring. He is from GAW, Global Australian Wrestling. He's one of the guys. Well, he's a little late on his promo audition, but he sent it in a little late. But Ray Gaddis and Ike Stone both liked this kid and decided to hire him anyway, even though he was a little late getting his promo in. We'll see.
Yeah, this guy's Aussie made here. That says a lot, Nice to see some Australian talent cropping up here. But that says a lot. I mean, if you impress not just Ray Geddes, but the Nightmare, you're doing something.
Oh yeah, and they like the charisma of the kid. They like the fact that he is Australian, and you don't have that in GSF. He's the only Australian in GSF. So
I'll tell you what I like, Otis. I like this guy's style. The cowboy hat, the shades, the two-tone green-yellow here on the trunks. Very, very nice selection. But how about this, though? He's got his hands full for a debut opponent here.
He's going up against a veteran of GSF, somebody who's been here since the beginning, Ron Howitzer, the big gun, as he likes to call himself. And it's the mammoth of a man. He is.
Well, with a last name like Howitzer, I think the big gun is the only fitting nickname you could go with in the entire English language.
I agree with that. He's big. He's muscled up. I mean, just look at his physique. He looks like he's got some heavy, like his shirt says, heavy artillery.
Yeah, Aussie Andy does not have his work cut out for him here tonight, and I believe I talked about this a little bit on the last episode, but I'm excited to see Howitzer here tonight. Was really looking forward to see him in action here since the return of GSF.
And I spoke to him a little earlier this week too, and he was upset about being left off the card last week. He blamed all the new guys for being left off the card when I spoke to him. So, I guess he's gonna get to take his aggression out tonight on one of the new guys, and Aussie Andy.
Well, he's gonna have to definitely do that, but he's gonna have to be careful here because being one of the original of the locker room here in GSF, he's going to have to be very careful that he doesn't get upset tonight by this up-and-coming new guy in Aussie Andy.
That's true. That's true because Aussie Andy had made big waves over in GAW, and I think he'll do the same here in GSF.
It's a tall task for both of these guys. I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction here that Howitzer is going to try to overlook Aussie Andy. Oh, wow, he runs right into that back elbow. Not a way to get started here in the opening contest for Aussie Andy.
He took him right off his feet there.
Oh, a big haymaker there from Howitzer, the big gun.
He just pulling him around. I mean, Aussie Andy isn't a little guy, but by no means. But Howitzer just kind of dwarfs him out there.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to point out here. You say he's not a little guy, but he looks like a cruiserweight. He almost looks like like in combat sports like boxing, mixed martial arts, he almost looks like a flyweight compared to him out here.
By my notes, Andy is about 220 pounds, so he's not a little guy. I mean, I guess you consider that what, a light heavyweight?
Yeah, he's a heavyweight by though. Yeah, about light heavyweight there. Howitzer just launched him into the air with that back body drop, and I might be mistaken here, but it looks like Aussie Andy has got no offense in yet. Oh, he's just choking him now with the boot. Had to break that up before the referee gave him the 5 count there, and look, he's choking him again here, bending the rules to his pleasure here.
Well, he's always done a little bit of that. He's not one that plays by the rules a lot.
Suplex and sliding with the ropes.
Any kind of advantage he can try to gain, he'll try to gain in him. Look at him posing. Oh, that was a huge headbutt.
I heard before we went on air here that Aussie Andy had some exclusive comments about Howitzer that didn't make the show here, but it's probably a good thing that Howitzer didn't hear those words, because the way this match is going, if he would have been provoked any further, this could have maybe turned into another Sutton Reynolds incident.
It could possibly have if he'd been provoked any further. Like I said, he wasn't too happy when I spoke to him about being left off the card last week, and I can see him being upset about that. Like I said, he was one of the original guys in GSF. So, but I mean, I don't think you go around blaming the new guys either, though.
Real Aussie Andy catching him with a cross body there. He's starting to get some offense going as we were carrying on our conversation. Yeah, you can definitely not blame somebody like Aussie Andy, who also wasn't even on the episode last time. So, come out here and then take it out on him. I mean, hey, I guess if it's within the realm of the match here, what the match stipulates, that's fine. But you gotta kind of call a spade a spade. You both were left off of the Madness Returns, and now it's time to pull up the setup. This is a new episode. It's a new day for both of these guys to come out here and do their best.
He just looks like he's just kind of stalking him right now. I mean, Andy got in some offense just now, but he's just kind of taking his time stalking him.
No, he's in no hurry to get this match over with. He's just he's out here just taking his shots at this point. He's looking for something here. Howitzer thinking. He's got him up a vertical suplex, it looks like. Oh!
Ooh. He just hit him with the jackhammer.
He jackhammered him all right. That might be enough here. No!
Andy's showing guts, digging deep down, kicking out of that.
It took a lot to get out of that, but hey, you got to admire the heart. This might be what Nightmare and Raging Redneck saw in Aussie Andy. Maybe they knew.
What's he doing to the ref? Oh, he just went over and struck the ref.
You kidding me? How is that not a disqualification? You can't lay your hands on an official like that.
I don't think he was upset about his count on him not giving him the 3 count on that.
If this kind of thing is going to be a weekly thing here in GSF, I'm going to have to write to the board a petition, see if I can get some kind of a meeting here with Ray or with Ike Stone, and we're going to have to figure this out. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah, you can't be going around striking the officials every single week. I mean, with Nate Aikman last week, that was really uncalled for. The ref hadn't done anything to him.
See, he spiked Andy with that DDT here outside of the ring, right in front of us.
And now he's tearing apart our announce table.
I'm glad that Howitzer didn't overhear my comments there. He's already coming for the table.
He breaks the count, so he can do a little more damage on the outside, I guess.
At least
get him back in the ring.
At least he's not risking himself being counted out here. This isn't going to fare well for Aussie Andy and his debut here in GSF. Oh my God! No, the table's exposed.
Oh, he slammed his head right into the table.
Yeah,
and right into the apron.
Yeah, the framework of this table, you can see where we pulled the cover off there. That cover is it's thin, but underneath of it here, things are very dangerous once you remove the cover of the table.
He just went back in. Did you see that? He had some words for the ref because the ref is still counting, and elbowed the ref again, and the ref didn't do anything.
Look at Aussie Andy taking advantage, finally getting his legs back underneath of him here.
I think Howitzer was upset because the ref was still counting. But I mean, you have 10 seconds. Oh, with a big slam.
He drove him into the canvas there with that spine buster. I was really thinking another jackhammer here. It looks like. I mean, he's in the middle of the ring, and there it is again.
He goes to replay of it.
He just stalled Aussie Andy up in the center of the ring with that one for several seconds there before just driving him down at will.
He just got power for days.
And that's it.
Andy had a good showing there in his debut. He just going up against a veteran here. Some of these highlights here, I mean, look at, like you said, he stalled on that suplex or the jackhammer for a long time, it seemed like.
Well, he made the cut this week. I got to give it to him. Hey, he made the show, but I don't know that I would totally agree that he had the showing that he anticipated here. Howitzer did his very best to make short work of Aussie Andy here. He's not done with him. Oh, a pendulum backbreaker here. All the damage has already been done from those double jackhammers. Oh, he snaps him down.
Swinging net breaker. Yeah. Uh-oh. He might be lining him up here for the heavy artillery.
He's got that cocked, and oh my goodness.
There's the heavy artillery. He just hit him with the heavy artillery.
Aussie Andy, I don't think he has the slightest clue what hit him here. He's still not done with him.
And there's the weapon of mass destruction.
Lights out Aussie Andy. It looks like Ron Howitzer definitely has an issue here. This new generation of GSF, and he just made it very clear here tonight. God, he's still not through with him.
And just throwing him over the top rope like a rag doll.
We need to get some help out here for Aussie Andy.
He's getting Mike, I believe.
We've got all these new faces in GSF. People like Mason Kronik. People like those 4 carpet stains who want a stupid contest to be on the roster. People like Krack. People like Von Hollywood. And then Crocodile Dundee here, who I don't even know his damn name, who just got his ass handed to him by the big gun, the Howitzer. They came in last week, and they acted like they ran the joint. They acted like they ran the locker room here in GSF. They all had matches. And not just that, they stole my limelight. I wasn't even on the card because of them. No, I was left in the shadows, forgotten about on the first show in 4 freaking years. What the hell is going on? And what happens this week after you face one of these runs and he gets destroyed? Was there any doubt? If I have to, I'll take each and every one of you out the same way until I get the respect I deserve. Oh, Kronik, Krack. Don't think I've forgotten about either one of you talking smack to and about me a few months ago. I don't forget a damn thing. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, hopefully real soon, the heavy artillery is gonna rain down on both of you sorry asses, and that's a damn promise.
Fans just giving it to him here.
Well, they're all within their boundaries here, following what we saw after the match.
He's showing his distaste for them as well.
We gotta go to a commercial, folks. We'll be right back.
Well, folks, welcome back here. I'm going to recap a little bit again about what we saw in our opening contest here. Ron Howitzer, and he's a big guy. We've seen what he's capable of. Of course, GSF fans know very well what he's capable of, but calling out not only Krack but Mason Kronik, two polar extremes there of the spectrum. I would think I would at least pick just one if you wanted to call somebody out.
Yeah, but I guess he has some issues with them from something that happened on social media, I guess. But right now we've got Lewis Rivers coming out, and he's going to take on Walter Scott tonight. And Walter wasn't too happy about what happened last week after Lewis won a fatal 4-way match between all of our new GSF competitors here.
Yeah, definitely not. Again, Ron Howitzer said he didn't forget what was said there, that incident on social media between him, Krack, and Mason Kronik. But speaking of incidents, we had a very personal incident at the result of that fatal 4-way match here between, when we talked about the beginning of the show, Lewis Rivers and Walter Scott. Lewis Rivers not only stealing the victory there in that fatal 4-way match, but it's completely humiliating because now I guess former friend Walter Scott.
I said Walter has a lot of distaste for that too. He did when I spoke to him earlier this week.
Well, Walter here has a chance to right a very big wrong tonight. Oh, he's coming out with a microphone. He's going to have something here to get off his chest, maybe verbalize it before these two have their match.
Lewis Rivers, the fact that you and I go back well beyond our days in CAW, where we worked the underground scene and teamed up for years, winning championships together and making history, and you just go ahead and stuff a dirty money bill in a man that you once considered a brother's mouth. It's not cool at all, man. And right now, I'm going to show you and the world why I'm not to be shown up like that. You see, I am a natural athlete, and while I may have had the match won had I not taken a moment to myself last week, tonight I get my very first win against the man who I helped develop into what he is today, Mr. First Class Lewis Rivers.
As I said, Walter's not very happy about how things went last week. And who's this?
Who is that? Oh my God! Man, looks like he's twice the size of Walter Scott. Just gave him a face crusher there on the ramp, and oh.
Huge punch right to the face.
Walter Scott was supposed to be scheduled for action here tonight versus Lewis Rivers, and Lewis is just mocking him here, just laughing at him in the ring, letting whoever this, I can't even get a good look at this guy. They're so far up the ramp there. I don't
know who that is. Like you said, you can't get a good look at him.
No, we got a spotlight up there, but Walter is completely helpless here. He got ambushed from behind. This man, he's just having his way with Walter Scott at this point, just laying him out.
Just taking it to him. Look at the size of this guy's arms.
Oh, he's got him over the shoulders here. Oh, Samoan drops him on the steel ramp there again. I can't see maybe back of this guy. Looks like he's got something written there on the front of his shirt. Oh my!
What's written on his shirt there? Oh my, that's a big power slam onto the thing. What's that? THM.
Walter's not moving, and wait, look at this. Yeah, that can't be the hammer, is it?
I think that is the hammer. That's Tony Morrison from the ads.
Look at this. Looks like he's conducted some business here with Lewis Rivers, but Walter Scott's still laid out.
Lewis is asking for a microphone. Look at him just smirking. This was a planned attack.
Now you see, Walter, sometimes you just have to pay a hefty price in order to get exactly what you want in life. And hence the reason why I got a little bit of THM certified protection. Because, as we all know, the face of first class detest sitting or associating himself with the common man. And right now, Walter, you're looking like any other common man that I've ever run into in life. Hell, the best thing that ever happened to you in your miserable life was me shoving that $100 bill down your throat. But hell, now that I think about it, that $100 bill was just too much for you. Better off shoving this one measly dollar bill down your throat, so that way will bring you back to reality, and you will be humbled by yours and mine truly. So, as you sit there just pondering what just happened, how do I rebound from this? Walter Scott, I want you to know this. When you mess with the face of first class, two things are going to happen. You're either going to go broke or you're going to get broken.
And, oh, wait, look, there's Tony Morrison again. He's picking him back up. Oh, he just hit him. Ooh. And Rivers just celebrating in the rain.
Have you been knocked up? Knocked around? Or knocked out? You should have used protection. You should have dropped the hammer and called THM Protection Agency. Stronger than any other contraceptives out there, guaranteed to protect against even a Trojan army. Call 1-800-THE-HAMMER now.
Folks, we're back, and Lewis Rivers, he had a plan with Walter Scott tonight, and I hope this man that's coming out here right now, Kenny Crosby, I hope he has a plan, because he will be facing Spartan tonight.
Hey, things didn't go according to plan last week for Kenny Crosby, and I talked about it at length last week. I am a Kenny Crosby fan. I cannot wait to see this tonight. For Spartan, things didn't quite go according to his plan last week either, as he was challenging for that Madness Championship, and took a hard loss to the bruiser, Owen White, but Crosby's got to have his head on a swivel here. Hopefully he ate his bowl of Wheaties before he came out tonight, because last week Rusty Spikes is one story, but this week the Spartan is another beast.
He's a different beast altogether. A man that takes nothing lightly. I don't think I've ever seen the man smile before in my life.
Well, there was nothing to smile about in that match with Owen White. My goodness, they tried to kill one another, you could say, at different intervals of that matchup. But I still can't believe. I was expecting a great matchup here, and instead we get Tony Morrison hired to take out Walter Scott. I have no words.
I have no words for that either. And who's this? Who's that with Spartan?
You know, he came out by himself last week.
I don't know who that is in the gold suit there. But, I mean, just look at the intensity on Spartan. I mean, just every time you see him.
This man with the Spartan here looks like he's ramped up the intensity in the Spartan's eyes here tonight. Let's see if our cameraman can cut back around there and get a better look at who that is. Otis, you haven't heard anything about a Spartan having a... Wait a second. Is that Ryan Paul Jones?
That is Ryan Paul Jones. What's he doing out here with Spartan?
This just got a lot more interesting here.
What's he got in his hand? Ryan Paul Jones. That microphone in his hand.
It looks like he might be here to address the GSF fans here. Maybe shed a little bit of light on this. He does have a microphone. He said he's doing here.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you in attendance tonight and watching at home who do not know who I am, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ryan Paul Jones, and I am a purveyor of talent. See, I have an eye and a mind and a motto that I can take any man in this company. Hell, I could even take you, Kenny Crosby, from being just a man to being a champion, to being a legend, dare I say, becoming an immortal. But, unfortunately for you, Mr. Crosby, my business with you concludes there. You see, unlike the doctor and his great PhD of wrestling that he has, with all due respect to Doctor, I was not given the opportunity to come in and just cherry pick any talent in GSF that I saw fit. I had to come, knock on the door, request an audience with the management of this great federation, and lay out my business plan step by step for the heads of this company to give me the time, to give me a place amongst their ranks. Now, after all of that was taken care of, I scoured the halls, I scoured the crevices, the corners, the nooks and crannies of what you call a locker room here in GSF. You know, I put some feelers out. I put a couple bobbers out there in the water. I had my eye on one man in particular, Owen the Bruiser White, whom did not return my phone calls. Thus, our business concluded there. But Owen, I guess, you know, maybe if you're a fan of the TV show Breaking Bad, I guess you could say that although you had your break the night that the Madness returned, Nathan Roberts broke bad on you following your triumphant victory over the Spartan in that Madness Championship match. Which brings me to why RPJ is here in a GSF venue standing across from you tonight, Mr. Kenny Crosby. See, as I said, I scoured this roster, top to bottom, head to toe, try to figure out just who bestowed onto me that imminence, that presence of legendary status, immortality, just waiting to happen. And there was only one man who, quite frankly, put the fear of God in me, put the fear of a God killer in me. And Kenny, he's the man that you're facing here tonight. So, without further ado, Spartan, show these people why that match with Owen White was a fluke, and how, with my help, you and I are going to right the wrongs that were done to you one episode ago here in GSF. Kenny Crosby, if you're a religious man, may God be with you. Hey, wait. I thought maybe he was coming out here to give some kind of career advice here to Kenny Crosby. Almost wishing him good riddance. Oh my God!
Oh my God! He just took his head off.
Kenny Crosby didn't have a chance to even collect his bearings there. Well, apparently,
and he rung the bell immediately as soon as he started.
RPJ is here in GSF, and it looks like he's here to help Spartan get back to that Madness Championship. It sounds like
he found himself a client pretty quick. It looks like.
I don't think anybody's going to be picking a fight with RPJ soon with Spartan in his corner and vice versa here. See, things sound kind of personal there between him and Owen White. I wonder if
I guess he didn't like it that Owen didn't return his phone calls, obviously. So,
well, this looks like this is a message to the Bruiser here, and I guess to Roberts, who also walked out with that Madness Championship and still has it in tow. Kenny Crosby is just getting dragged all around the ring at this point.
He's just laying into him. I mean, he was already pissed off man. I imagine he's got all that fury built up from last week from being so close to that Madness Championship, only letting it slip through his fingers.
Look at these Olympus-style German suplexes here. Well, the Spartan looks recharged. He looks like he is just seething with vengeance in his eyes here tonight. Oh boy, you know what this is, Otis?
The God Killer.
That's it right there. That's Kenny Crosby's night. Definitely his neck pressed there, and that's a 3 count.
That's it. He made quick work of Kenny Crosby right there.
Ryan Paul Jones is getting up here on the apron and just claiming victory almost for himself here. He didn't do anything except come out here and run his mouth.
No, he didn't. But if you got Spartan in your corner, I guess you can run your mouth to anybody.
Well, it seems to be his MO here tonight. Jeez, what a tough break here for Kenny Crosby.
Poor guy, he just can't get on track. I said last week, he's got all the tools to be a top competitor here in GSF. He's just lacking something. I don't know what he's lacking exactly. I can't put my finger on it. But if Kenny Crosby ever finds that, he'll be a force to be reckoned with. back. We just witnessed a partnership between Spartan and his new manager, Ryan Paul Jones, and that's going to be quite a duo.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where that goes. And you got the saga of the Madness Championship in there as well. But speaking of partnerships, it's time for some tag team action here tonight in Midnight Madness.
And we got the good old boys facing the Lovelace Outlaws tonight. And the Lovelace Outlaws last week got them a new manager.
They did a very interesting turn of events there. Doc was talked about there by RPJ. He got to come in firsthand and pick who he wanted to take under his wing, and he chose the Lovelace Outlaws.
And I think he's going to take them places in this. If they get by the good old boys tonight, the good old boys coming off a tough loss last week, they had opportunity to be the number one contenders for big money's tag team titles, and they came up just a little bit short against Cock Guns. They're not looking to do that tonight, though. They're looking to make an impact against the Lovelace Outlaws.
Well, this would be a big step forward for them. You know, they came up very short. Other times they definitely had the Cock Guns put away, but it just wasn't to be. You know, it wasn't their night. But tonight, you got to think Doc comes in, vouches for the Lovelace Outlaws, says he's going to take them straight to the top with him. Yeah, the good old boys put away the Lovelace Outlaws here tonight. They're right back in the hunt for this title.
I think so. But if the Lovelace Outlaws come in and they put away the good old boys, it'll take them one step closer to what Doc said. He said he's going to take them to the promised land last week, and it'll take them a little bit closer to that promised land, which is what Will and John want.
Yeah, absolutely. And the tag team division here, as we've seen last episode, with two big back-to-back tag matches that we had then, we got our hands full. A very stacked tag team division here in GSF, which is great to see.
Yeah, we've got a lot of talent in the tag team division here, and there goes Doc with Will and John. Will's on your right, John's on your left.
I'll tell you what, I'm excited to see what these guys bring to the table here with with Doc giving them his sign of approval there. You got to think that these guys are bringing something to the table.
Oh, they got to bring something to the table. Otherwise, Doc wouldn't waste his time with them. He's just that kind of manager. But he sees something in them, and we're gonna see. I mean, they made their debut way back before GSF ever closed its doors before, and they were on the rise then. And maybe Doc went back and looked at footage or whatever he did, but he liked what he saw.
Doc's definitely an educated man. Likely more educated than most of the people here, on the roster. No offense to anyone, but wow, the Outlaws trying to take advantage early here.
Oh, and Lloyd hit him with a big uppercut.
Oh, look at this! Oh, locked into a submission hold here early.
Trying to wear him down early.
I think he might be trying to choke him out here. He's got that reverse sleeper on him. Oh, nice escape there. Doc looked a little concerned there for a moment. This is what the good old boys have got to avoid that happened to them in the match with the Cock Guns. They have to avoid getting cut off. They have to push the offense to where they are dictating where this match goes. They got completely cut off at one point last time, and they ended up paying dearly for it.
Yeah, and the thing about tag teams, you have to work together in order to achieve the goal of winning. And if you don't work together, you're not going to achieve that goal too often, not in a tag match.
Lloyd with a big jackknife-like powerbomb there, and tags in his brother here, Floyd.
And Lloyd just hit him with a stunner.
Oh, look at that. A crank on the neck and a kick to the chest. There's some teamwork that you don't see very often. It's a unique bit of offense. Floyd with a big elbow drop.
335-pound man coming down on you like that can't feel too good.
Hell, when you're 335 pounds, that's a finishing move right there, taking an elbow to the chest.
Yes. I think every move's a finishing move.
Look at this. He just picks them up and throws them right back down with force.
And it's kind of the same thing with Howitzer and Aussie Andy here. Will's not a little man. He's 6'4", 250 pounds, and he just kind of looks little in there compared to the size of Floyd Boyd here.
We're talking about Ron Howitzer. I'd like to see him get in here and try to throw Floyd Boyd around like that.
That'd be a tall task for anybody.
Wait a second. Here we got a tag between the Outlaws now. What's this going to be? Oh!
Unique move.
There's a shoulder block from there from the spine as well. There's a kick to the back.
And John's more aggressive of these two men, two brothers, Will and John. He's not as outspoken as Will. He just gets down to business.
There was a big hip toss there. Used Floyd's momentum against him. He's starting to break the bigger man down here. Big
elbow shot right to the face a minute ago.
Big clothesline out to the floor. Floyd goes. I think it might be time for Lloyd to get involved here and try to create a little bit of space for his brother here. He's on the wrong side of the ring.
Doc's looking on with a smile.
And you gotta think Doc loves it when a plan comes together here. And right off of our announce table, Will Lovelace here doing the damage, getting the job done.
He kind of hit the edge of the ring along with the steps on that last when he threw him in there. That can't feel too good at all.
This is exactly what I was talking about here. And this must be a little bit of strategy. Maybe was talked about backstage between Doc and his boys, but Boyd is completely cut off right now. Whether
big chop.
Yeah, he's trying to fight back now. Wait a second here. Oh my! 336 pounds on that Samoan drop. And another elbow.
He looks like he's taking advantage of now. Oh, he's going to make him a tag.
Made the tag. I think I would have dragged Will Lovelace over to my corner of the ring there and tried to separate him from John. Finally, Lloyd getting back in here. Drops him on the middle turnbuckle.
Right to his forehead, it looked like.
Got him up here. No, Will counters. High knee lift. Got Boyd by the hair now, dragging him, and again, throws him into their turnbuckle.
Yeah, they've got the right idea. Right. They took notes from the cock guns last week. They kept them isolated.
Yeah,
just like they're doing here.
It's definitely working for them. It's paying dividends right now. With Don Lovelace now at drop kick.
That's Will. That's Will in the ring there. John, yeah, they look a little bit alike. But Will's I think Will's the older brother.
Okay, we talked about being a little bit more intense there. I was starting to see the intensity come out, and things turn around just a little bit. Lloyd Boyd needs to turn things around here.
What's he going, setting him up for here? Oh, it's big body slam.
Getting up over the shoulders here. Big flapjack.
They're just dismantling the big buck right now.
It's like, DDT.
It's a huge DDT. Oh, I think he's setting him up for his move, the cowboy way.
And
there it is.
Shoulders here. Oh, that could do it.
The cowboy way.
Oh, Floyd. Yeah, making the save there.
He just knocked him off the apron there. He set him up again for the cowboy way.
And look, he cut him off this time. Floyd taking his time recovering on the outside.
Get back in there, Floyd.
Ooh, no, he couldn't get in time. Just a second too late.
Second too late. They did the same exact thing to the cock gun. They cut them off.
Their plan worked to perfection here tonight.
I think Floyd and Boyd need to get some of their kinks worked out in there and keep from getting isolated. So that's what you got to do to these big guys, though. You've got to isolate them. You don't want them in there together.
They're definitely taking on water here in this stacked tag team division. They got to really get it together here. You don't want to continue to lose momentum like this.
And Doc's still over there smiling. Still over there smiling.
When it comes to war, you kill or get killed. When it comes to war zone, you fight for what you want or get left behind. They don't want to see CWS grow. They don't want CWS back. They don't want success for any of us. We've got
right now, I'm a little brassed off because the Bruiser finally won his first singles title in GSF, a brand new championship, the Madness Championship, my kind of belt. It had my bloody name written all over it, and no more than an hour after beating Spartan within an inch of his life and holding it above my head, some piss-poor wankstain who hadn't done a damn thing all night except stand at the buffet table to get a free handout the same way he does from the American welfare system, ran up behind me and laid me out with a damn sledgehammer. Pinned me 1-2-3 and took what I'd just won an hour before. But I got nobody to blame but myself. So I'm not gonna whinge or throw a wobbler. I should have had eyes in the back of your greasy head. Because no matter if you're standing in line to get food stamps, or you're at the bank cashing in your welfare check, or even taking a dump in that shanty you live in, A little brass knuckle therapy is gonna knock those eyes you grew in the back of your bloody head out the front. You don't gotta talk shit to spit blood. All you gotta do is piss me off.
Owen White, he had some choice words for Nathan Roberts, and that's understandable, considering Roberts attacked him last week behind and caused him to lose the Madness Championship that he had just won an hour before that.
Yeah, speaking of being attacked from behind, here's a man who's got a lot on his mind about being attacked. He had a unfortunate run-in with Ed Gucci in the backstage area on the last episode, and Ed Gucci did a little bit of a hit and run on him. Pitbull's on his way to the ring, and I have a feeling that he's going to look the right wrong that was done to him by Ed Gucci.
No, I'm sure he's not one to mess with in the back, and I'm sure he didn't take too kindly to that last week.
This has been an emotionally charged evening here thus far. Looks like it's just continue that trend.
He's asking for a mic now. Looks like a man with a lot on his mind here.
I didn't step out in my yard tonight to growl at the mailman or even give a warning bark to someone just passing by. No, the hell with that. I'm out here to open the damn gate wide open and tell Ed Gucci to bring his ass down here now, or the Pitbull is going to go junkyard dog, uncaged and unleashed, sniff you out in the back, wherever you're hiding, and drag you back out here, by your yellow guts to the dog pit, and finish beating the hell out of you in front of the whole world. You got the jump on me last week, but it sure as hell ain't happening again.
Wait.
Look up here. Look, bud. Look up here. Good boy. Good boy. Now see, Gucci will come down there and kick your ass all over the green on the ring, but Gucci ain't the type to come when called. Gucci move on his time. You dig? Now, if you want to be a good little boy, good little doggy, you know where you can find Gucci. Same place. I'll be waiting. Fuck you. Get Gucci, bitch.
There goes Pitbull. Running up.
Yeah, he's full sprinting up the ramp here.
He's not wasting any time getting back there at all.
Well, Ed Gucci invited him to come find him wherever he's at. Looks like he's in some kind of a locker room backstage, but wow. Again, a very explosive. Wait, Pitbull, he's made it to the backstage area there now.
Who's that in the locker room?
That looks like Sean O'Connor.
I think that is Sean O'Connor. What he's doing here tonight?
So it's not Ed Gucci. That's not who Pitbull was after. We've got other things to attend to here as Pitbull, as he stated himself, continues to try to sniff out Ed Gucci. It's like we're moving on into the International Championship Round Robin Tournament continuing here. You said the only match scheduled for the tournament here tonight, but boy, is this going to be one hell of a matchup. Mason Kronik on his way down to the ring now.
This man last week was a little upset the way that triple threat match ended. He might not have been upset at all. He might have just decided he wanted to take Roger Terry down, and that's what he did after the match.
Yeah, Mason Kronik, he's a man who likes to fight. He's got just red hot blood flowing through the veins here tonight. But he took out Roger Terry after their match last week and last episode, and tonight, wow, he's got to take on one hell of an opponent here tonight. Well, hey, at least it's not a triple threat match, so there's no counting out the third man in tonight's affair.
No, it's one-on-one tonight, and these two men here are going to give it their all. I can already tell you that. Both of them are competitors. Some of the most competitive people in all of wrestling. So you're going to get a good match, and neither one of them, I'm sure, is going to hold back anything.
Well, absolutely not. Hey, this is the kind of action that you can only see here in GSF as well. So if you haven't subscribed to GSF yet here, be sure to do so. You know, you don't want to miss out on action like this once it goes live here.
The Cobra last week had an opponent of his own, had Rudo last week. And after the match, Rudo tried to shake his hand. He wasn't having any of that. Rudo's the fourth competitor in this round-robin tournament for the international title. And these four men eventually they'll compete against each other at our first FBB, get the FN. So, I mean, you know, they're playing one-upsmanship. I think maybe Kronik was doing the same thing with Roger Terry. Maybe it's nothing personal. He's just playing a game of one-upsmanship with him.
Well, you've seen a running theme here in this round-robin tournament. Yeah, a little bit of mind games. You know, Kronik looked like he was trying to get to Terry there, not just physically, but also to kind of impose his will over him. And we saw Rudo, we talked about in the match with McIntyre here. You know, he tried to really kind of get McIntyre to play his game in that matchup, and well, he ended up paying for it there at the end of things. Not only taking the loss, but you know, getting laid out,
taking the bump afterwards, after the loss. Yes, but you know, you never know what Rudo's intentions were. Yeah, Rudo may have been thinking the same thing. He just beat him to the punch. You never know. I mean, you know. Can't trust a handshake from Rudo just as much as you can't trust a handshake from the Cobra.
I'll tell you what, if you can beat the Cobra to the punch, then you are something special. Rudo found that out the hard way, and Mason Kronik, this is the first time meeting between these two, but it's going to be very exciting. We're going to see if Kronik can do that here tonight. You got to think that McIntyre has the home field advantage here. He's the fan favorite. The longtime icon here in GSF.
These two men are getting started. Wait, that's Roger Terry making his way to the ring.
Yeah.
Rogue Sharks coming out here.
Oh, Kronik's not happy about this. We're talking about the mind games here. Look at this. He's taking his eye off the prize here early. If I was Kronik, I would be more focused about that Cobra who's eyeballing me from behind.
You can't turn your back on him.
Looks like the Road Shark's going to come over here and grab a seat next to us. Wait a second. Oh, and there it is.
And the ref had already rang the bell, so that's legal.
Yeah, Roger Terry hasn't actually got involved in the match. He's just here ringside. I mean, there is a difference here. He did not make contact with either of the men in the ring. I guess he's just going to stand over here and take some notes on these two.
And he could be, you know, he could be scouting out because he faces. Oh wow! He just sent him flying.
He really landed on Roger Terry there.
But Terry, you know, Terry faces the Cobra next week here, so he's probably taking notes on him. You know, he's probably is playing a little bit of mind games with Kronik. You know, maybe waiting for an opportunity or something. But you know, he might just be out here, like you said, to take notes on both of them.
Right now, Mason Kronik, regardless of the intent of Roger Terry, it seems to have played into the disadvantage of Mason Kronik here. Wait, look at this. McIntyre using that steel guardrail as a weapon.
Yeah, he's been distracted from the start since Terry came out. And he seized advantage of that quickly. McIntyre has.
Here we go. Mason Kronik now trying to get on the offense. There's a big boot to the chest of the Cobra. Kick to the back as well.
punch right to the face.
Almost like an old school Road Warrior fist drop there. Now using the point of the elbow there right to the shoulder. And you can see McIntyre favoring the arm after those strikes to the bicep. Kronik now taking control. Look at the power of Mason Kronik here. This guy has explosive power in bunches. There's a big power bomb almost into the ring ropes. Counter there though. That quick reflexes there of the Cobra.
And these two just kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, very close matchup here. Oh, McIntyre with a snap neck breaker.
Stalking him with that knee drop there. What's he going for here? Oh, a back elbow. Right to the bridge of his nose. Oh, what a knockout punch.
Mason Kronik turning things around with that one. And right back here on the offense. And Roger Terry just, again, keeping a close eye on the action here from ringside. McIntyre, nice belly-to-back suplex there.
Terry has been sort of a distraction for Kronik in the early going, but I think Kronik's gotten it together now. Finally.
McIntyre trying to cut him off there, though, with that. But look at this. He caught the leg. The leg whip takedown.
Oh. Look at that. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, right back at him there. Kronik here picking the big man up in a big scoop slam there from the Cobra. Messes him up with his big knife edge chop.
Shades of Ric Flair.
Yeah, possibly the best knife edge chop in the history of the business. McIntyre, oh, big Luthez press. Now the hammer fist is coming down from the Cobra.
Just strikes right to the head. Precise strikes.
Oh, look at this, ringing him on this neck breaker here. Plant now.
Cobra's kind of taking control of this matchup now.
Yeah, he's not wasting any time here. He's staying right on him. Look at this.
Under the hood. This could be over right now.
Planted Mason Kronik with that one. The fireman's carry cutter. And no, oh my goodness, he kicked out of the finish there.
And look at Cobra. Cobra can't believe it.
Roger Terry looks a little surprised here as well. I'm surprised. I mean, no. Not taking anything away from Mason Kronik. Wow, that move usually puts you away. Kronik's very slow to get up here. He's using the ropes. He can't even get up under his own volition. McIntyre here. Oh, another belly-to-back suplex into the middle of the ring. Well, Kronik, though, wait a second. Kronik. Oh, big German suplex. This is the match that we were anticipating here from both of these guys.
All right, trying to get some momentum going here.
Here we go. Kronik with those forearm shots, taking him down. Turnbuckle, here we go. Hitting the ropes, and there's a big spear.
There's a big spear. Where's Terry going?
He's doing ring here. Yeah, he's trying to make sure that he can keep his eye on the competition here. Wait a second. Wait. Oh, Mason Kronik.
He just grabbed hold of Kronik's leg. Oh, and he let the Cobra, that little bit of distraction, let him get the advantage. Let the Cobra get the advantage back.
It looks like Mason Kronik didn't completely clear the cobwebs there. Roger Terry is just look at the spinning circles around here outside the ring. And just like that, Chris McIntyre is right back on the offense.
We know Terry's intentions now. Up until then, we didn't know his intentions. He'd just been kind of. Oh, and look at him reaching for his leg again.
He needs to be careful the referee doesn't throw him out of this, or worse yet, disqualify the man he might be intentionally assisting here. He's just yelling at Mason Kronik, trying to get his attention here now. There's a little deep here on McIntyre.
I think that distraction might have cost Kronik a little bit, but it seemed to gain up. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, he's pulling him in for a second one here under the hood, right into the center of the ring.
That might be it.
That's it. Yes, it is. If one couldn't do it, they might have taken two, but Mason Kronik falls to the Cobra.
Right when Kronik was getting momentum, Terry grabbed his leg and yanked that momentum right out from under him. Distracted him. So, I mean, yeah, McIntyre won, but if we can give that assist, even though he tried to fight back, we can give that assist to Terry on that one.
Kronik might have made a mistake there the last episode, picking that fight afterwards with Roger Terry. It came back to bite him in a really, really sharp way here tonight. Mason Kronik is not going to be happy about this.
There goes Terry into the ring. Oh, he goes in and just kicks Kronik right in the stomach.
Yeah, look at McIntyre just kind of let him pass by there, let him have his way, it looks like. The Kronik here. Oh, wait, the hammerhead. Oh!
Here comes McIntyre back in. Oh,
wait a second. McIntyre isn't going to let it fly on his watch after all.
He just picked him up, did the same thing. And it looks like he's lined him up. Oh, he's going for that Cobra clutch slam.
Chris McIntyre here sending a message to both men.
Well, these men will face each other in just a few weeks. They get the FN. Wait, who's that? That's Rudo.
Yeah, Rudo sneaking in behind through the crowd here. Oh, hold on. Listen, Chris McIntyre going to get a little bit of retribution as well from what happened at the end of Rudo's match on the last episode. Which one of these men is going to walk out with that international championship?
No, they've all playing a game here, mind games with each other and hitting each other with their finishing moves. Rudo's getting the last laugh. It looks like he's walking out.
He's got the right idea. A hit and run.
I brought a missile to a gunfight. Don't test me or I just might go through like Casper, then erase you from the hard drive. Feel free to speak your mind. Turn back the hands of time. Write your ad-libs, complain and leave the truth behind. I got this reputation, built it up the hard way. No apologies, despite the things that some would say. We won't always agree, yeah, that I'm used to. And when it comes to talking shit, I'm fucking bulletproof. Never bleed 1 second for the money. And this has never been about the fame. I never thought for 1 minute that this would be the life I live. Never take for granted where I am.
I'm here with Big Money, the Big Rabowski, and Cash Money Chris James. Last week, you two successfully defended your titles for the first time in 4 years, but you can't cherish the victory too long, as now you have new #1 contenders in the Cocked Guns. What are your thoughts on the return of GSF defending those titles and the Cocked Guns?
You know, 4 years ago, Big Money was on top of the world. We have fame, money, fast cars, fast women, you name it. We had it all. But all of that paled in comparison to this right here. The GSF World Tag Team titles. As much as Chris and I love our women and our money, being the GSF Tag Team Champions is something that defined us as athletes. We were the longest reigning tag team champions in this company's history. And then all of a sudden, we get the news from out of left field. Ray Geddes is closing the doors of GSF forever. I gotta tell you, Ray, I wasn't too happy with you. Now I know you were only doing what you had to do. You left the small confines of this GSF arena in North Carolina and set out on a quest to conquer the wrestling world. And I believe you've done just that. Hell, Big Money found success in other places too. We've been the CCL Tag Team Champions. We were the champs in a little place called BCW. And we've had plenty of offers on the table from rival organizations. But mixing it up with some guys that do their promos sitting on a park bench while joggers go by in the background, tripping over themselves, doing a double take when they see some skinny little son of a bitch wearing a mask, shouting something about American, and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's just not my thing. So when Ray picked up his phone and called Chris and I at the crib on the outskirts of Philly and gave us the news, GSF is coming back. I need my GSF Tag Team Champions. I need big money. I looked at those tag team title belts that we wore so proudly for two consecutive years that now sat in a display case in the living room. Well, I got chills down my spine when Chris broke out his iPhone and started blasting our music and said, "Baby, it's time to shine down on GSF once again." So here we are once more. After 4 long years, Big Money is back home in GSF. And last week, you saw a little glimpse of what's to come. 4 years of frustration not being able to get in this ring and bring the madness to everyone and anyone that was willing to bring it. Well, now it's time for Big Money to bring the madness back to GSF. And now there's a couple of new number 1 contenders for the tag team titles, and that's just fine with me. Cock Guns, you can stand there and cut a promo in any gym you want to and rub a gallon of oil on yourselves and think you're all big and bad and jacked up. But until you step in this ring with Big Money and take these tag team titles, as far as I'm concerned, it's all show and no go. You want these belts? It's simple. Come and take them.
Everything that the Big Roboski has said is true. 4 years. 4 long years that we've traveled the world. We've gotten even better. See, we were the best before, but now this Big Money runs laps around that Big Money. See, we went around the world, opened our eyes, smelled a little bit, and now we're here, hungry and ready to prove without a doubt that we ain't got no rust at all. We are still the best damn tag team in GSF history. We're the best tag team in all of wrestling today, and we are shining down on you.
Pitbull continuing to search here backstage for Ed Gucci. He's going into an administrative office there, and I don't think Ed Gucci has any business in an upper class office.
He's still looking around for him, though.
The hunt is on, but we got to get back to the action here as we're moving into the second leg of the show here, and the Chess Master is on his way, and he has got a lot on his plate and a lot on his mind.
He's got a lot on his mind tonight, and last week he made it known that he wants a piece of the nightmare for things that happened 4 years ago with his wife.
Well, you got to think like this. You got to think that there's one place Nightmare wants to be. That's in the mind of Chris Knight here. He wants to manipulate Chris Knight and to wreak havoc on this man's mind.
Oh yeah, and that's what he does to people. And every time, like I said last week, every time he comes out here, though, I get this eerie feeling with him because you just don't know what he's gonna do or what. Him and Slayer both are just creepy to me.
Well, it's not only that. I mean, this is partially his company here. He's got free reign to do whatever the hell he wants out here.
True, and nobody can stop him from doing that, unless maybe Ray Geddes, the other half of the owner. But Ray just kind of, from my understanding, he does his own thing, and the Nightmare does his own thing.
Well, Ray has his hands full with Wes Wade and Mike Sutton right now as well. I don't think he needs to be stacking the deck on himself. No disrespect to them anymore. He needs to for all of that going. He's pretty confident in what's going to happen there, but still, putting Nightmare into that mix, no thank you.
No, that wouldn't be good for him. Chris Knight might appreciate it.
Chris Knight needs some kind of, maybe even some kind of miracle here. I'm a big Chris Knight fan, but taking on Slayer and Nightmare in any capacity, you're asking for you're a glutton for punishment. You have to.
Here they come with the music, "Sweet Dreams" by Marilyn Manson.
I don't know if you can smell that or not. It smells like soul food. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Where the hell did they come from? Oh my god.
He just knocked him in the back of the head with that belt.
And the referee looked like he was almost gagged out from that awful odor smell from that gas on the ramp up there.
He's ringing the bell.
Chris Knight here has no chance in hell as he's being assaulted from behind by Slayer. And look at Nightmare just looking on complete satisfaction. Hit with that championship. Another championship.
And he just rang the bell. The ref is throwing the match out. He's throwing the match out, it looks like.
The referee needs to be careful for, wait a second, he's becoming his own soul here, and he just gets thrown out of the ring. I guess he's been fired by the Nightmare officially.
And now Nightmare's just laying into tonight.
He's threw Chris Knight so hard, but Chris Knight just rolled around the ring there in anguish, and oh my god.
There went Nightmare on my street. He's calling for, looks like he's calling for the Sweet Dreams right here.
He's got him up here, and he spikes him on his head. Nightmare, he's gonna give him another one? Yo, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta give 2 of these in a row.
Just taunting him.
Chris Knight.
This is an ambush.
Yeah, he had to know better here. He had to know that this wasn't going to be a fair fight. Calling out the Nightmare like this. He's been busted open. The Nightmare, look at this. He's just going to keep hitting him with this over and over again until he stays down. Maybe Nightmare doesn't want him to stay down. He's a mess. He's been opened wide up.
Nightmare continues to open him up by hammering away on him.
We need to get some help out here for Chris Knight. He's in a very bad way.
We gotta go to a commercial, folks. We'll be right back.
we're back, and during the commercial, they just continued. Nightmare and Slayer continued to beat Knight as well on him, and we're going to go back right here. As you see, Slayer, Nightmare told Slayer to go out of the ring, and what does he pull out from underneath the ring? A huge 15-foot cross.
Chris, you had your chance at redemption tonight. Was it worth it? You should have let it go, Chris. You should have stayed in the toilet with the feces. Now look at you. But I'll stay true to my deal. I promised, if you beat Slayer at Get the F In, you'll get one from me. One-on-one. I always keep my word. I always hold up my end of the bargain. And now, you could always walk away from the deal, Chris. I'll allow it just this once. But be warned. Tonight was just a taste of pain. Tonight was just a taste of the suffering and torment I will inflict if you decide to pursue this vendetta against me. If we meet again, next time there won't be chains wrapped around your arms, as I personally drive the nails through your wrists and place a crown of thorns upon your miserable head. Think about it, Chris. You'll no longer be able to hold that pretty little wife of yours, or your pretty little child. Actually, you'll never be able to pick up another thing again. I will make sure that you are in your own private hell, right here on Earth. You pray to your Savior, asking to please wake up from this nightmare. And then you open your eyes, and the nightmare is your reality. Chris, sweet dreams.
Did you see the blood running down across?
I have no idea what I've just witnessed here.
There's Owen White. We heard from him earlier tonight about Nathan Roberts.
Oh, wait a second. Who's that down the hall?
Nathan Roberts.
That looks like Nathan Roberts there.
And that is Nathan Roberts.
Nathan Roberts, he's hightailing out of here. He's taking off running for the second time that we've seen here tonight.
Did you notice he didn't have his belt with him? He didn't have the belt with him. Maybe he's got it hidden away somewhere.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was planning on defending it here tonight. But hey, let's go back a little bit here to that Big Money interview that we saw earlier here tonight, Duke. I heard that you know the interviewer there personally.
I do. My daughter, Megan Duke, making her debut here in GSF as an interviewer. I thought she did really well.
I think so too. And speaking of debuts in GSF, this man here, his debut, did not go according to plan on the last episode, as Nate Aikman, as we talked about, got involved and left his mark all over Vaughn Hollywood, and this man here, Jake Krack.
Yeah, he did. He came out and hit him, hit Krack, hit Hollywood, and the referee all with the chair. And then he started putting the Ice Age on all of them, except for the referee. Now, the referee stayed knocked out, I believe.
Probably for the better anyway.
But what did we see just a few minutes ago with the Nightmare and Slayer? I mean, they literally crucified Chris Knight, hung him on a cross.
Well, that's definitely one way to send a message to somebody. I have no idea. I'm still in a state of disbelief as a result of that. I think I've been scarred. Definitely like.
He told him, not to pursue this vendetta against him. Oh, here comes Hollywood walking down the hallway, getting ready to make his entrance.
He looks like he's ready to fight here tonight. He's got one thing on his mind, and that's wait a second.
That's Nate Aikman again. He just hit him in the head with that trash can.
Oh no, wait, he's gonna give him the Ice Age here again. Von Hollywood hasn't even made it out to the ring here. Oh,
right on that concrete.
Oh, he's not done with him. Von Hollywood has got to be knocked out. Got him here. Oh, that's a table. Throw him through that table.
He just put him through a table. Yeah, and there goes his music.
Nate Aikman appears to have had a plan all along here, and Von Hollywood was step one to this plan.
And here he comes, full speed down the ramp.
Yeah, Jay Krack was expecting two opponents, but he's getting one. Wow, he got one shot out of a cannon at him here.
And what I want to know is what is his deal with Jay Krack on Hollywood? I mean, he never did say last week. GSF pay. He never did what his problem was.
We know that Jay Krack has more than one enemy here in GSF. As Ron Howitzer also called him out, but Nate Aikman, being enemy number 2 in this match, is going to have to get thrown out here. Look at he's just drove that steel chair into the midsection. Now he's just laughing at him.
The referee's been warning them, telling him to get back in the ring. He's going to throw the match out.
He needs a call for the bell here. This is not a no disqualification match.
He hasn't officially rung the bell yet, but he's telling him to get back in the ring now. He's just going to let it go on, I guess.
Krack just being laid to waste here with this steel chair. This is just resembling of what we saw in the last episode. Aikman here, wait a second. Oh, Jay with the reversal there.
Jay's fighting back.
Continuing the brawl here right next to us. Hey, Aikman, the tiger release suplex. It's throwing him on his head.
He landed that little thin padding out here.
Oh, geez, look out. Oh.
Drop kick to the back.
Literally fighting right here next to us. Second. Aikman with a DDT.
Now that might have put his lights out right there. Anytime you DDT somebody on this concrete, this little thin pad.
We got help backstage attending to Von Hollywood. We got the Ice Age and then got that spine buster through the table. The referee finally calling for the bell here.
Yeah, I think he's ringing the bell, telling the match is over. He's throwing it out.
And these two are continuing to fight here. Wait a second. Oh! Krack trying to turn things around again. This is just
taking him to?
This is turning into an all-out brawl here. Oh, Aikman thrown into that guardrail. Jay looking for suplex. Oh, he threw him on that steel chair.
And this timekeeper over here just ringing the bell still, and they're not listening a bit to the ref or the timekeeper.
Now we're going to have to get some kind of security out here, break these two up.
Oh, he threw him right into that ring post.
Jay is able to turn things around a little bit here on the Iceman. Wait a second here. Trying to use the ring apron.
Ref's over here trying to get them broke up now.
No. Oh! Jay Krack thrown into the guardrail there. And Aikman's not done with him. Thinking here, he's got him up for a choke slam on the outside of the ring. Picking him back up. A shot into the guardrail. Might have been
going for another Ice Age.
The opportunity that he needed here. He's going to give Jay Krack a little crucifix powerbomb of his own.
And ref just throwing this out. Ref tried to stop it there for a minute, but he just kind of backed away.
Aikman here sending a message to Jay Krack, barely able to get up to his feet. Aikman sends another message to Von Hollywood and Jay Krack here tonight.
Have you been knocked up? Knocked around? Or knocked out? You should have used protection. You should have dropped the hammer. And called THN Protection Agency. Stronger than any other contraceptives out there, guaranteed to protect against even a Trojan army. Call 1-800-THE-HAMMER now.
Pitbull's still looking.
Ed Gucci left the building. He's not here anymore.
Wait, oh, no, not Bruce. Oh.
He just told him Ed Gucci wasn't here anymore.
That would make sense. Ed Gucci playing some mind games of his own here, leading Pitbull on a wild Pitbull chase through the backstage here.
Yeah, and distraction kind of been our theme tonight. Everybody's been distracted by something or another.
Well, Bruce, I think, should have been distracted elsewhere. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Hopefully he's okay. He got thrown into that wall.
Well, Bruce is pretty tough, huh? Maybe he'll be all right.
Well, here we go. Main event time is upon us.
Wes Wade's getting ready to make his ring. Well, this match, just wait to the ring. This match was made a little bit earlier tonight by the owner, Ray Geddes, right after Mike Sutton and Wes Wade had a confrontation as to who was the #1 contender for the World Championship.
Well, at this point, hopefully, Wes Wade here can stop this warpath of sudden death Mike Sutton. Somebody needs to, because this is getting ugly really fast, and I don't think anybody's safe as long as that man's walking around the locker room.
I think you're right there, because I think he's on a mission to prove just what, I don't know. I guess he's wanting to prove that he should be that #1 contender, but he's going to get his opportunity to prove here, but he's going to have a tall task against Wes Wade.
You got to think that the virulent nature here of Mike Sutton is just at an all-time high too. Just again proclaiming himself as the #1 contender, and another roadblock put in front of him.
Yeah, another roadblock, as you said. And this is a big roadblock, because like Wes Wade said, he is the most. He does have the most accolades of any competitor here in GSF. He's the only Grand Slam champion. So Mike's got a tough opponent here tonight.
Well,
no slouch at all.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, how many people here in GSF can say that they're the only Grand Slam champion on the roster?
No, Wes Wade, he's the only one.
So not even Mike Sutton can say that for himself here. So hopefully he can back up his words here tonight.
And we've got a lot of great competitors here. Ray Geddes included. Ray Geddes, the Nightmare, Chris McIntyre. All these guys have been around here, but none of them have won every major title in GSF, except for Wes Wade. Sutton just looks like he's ready to go. Just looking at his eyes.
He's a loose cannon. He's always ready to come out and hurt whoever's in his path. We've seen that in the last episode. We almost seen that here at the beginning of the show. Ray Geddes came out and kind of put an end to these guys, but didn't turn around and pull the trigger and said, "Hey, you guys want to fight? You're going to fight here, and there's not going to be anything other than a 3 count."
Yeah, and he made this match a no DQ match, which I don't know who has the advantage in that. I guess I would think Mike Sutton has the advantage in that. That's right up his alley.
He got his wish here. I mean, he was looking to hurt Wes Wade earlier. Wes Wade was standing his ground, but again, nothing to do now.
And they're both ran there, and there's a lot on the line here. As like I said, the number 1 contendership is on the line, and you get a chance to face Ray Geddes at our first pay-per-view or first FPV. We don't pay anything we don't make the viewers pay anything, so it's an FPV, free per view.
Well, Wes Wade here trying to make Mike Sutton pay, laying into him already. Down goes the big man. Renegade here, taking it to sudden death early. Off the turnbuckle. Wes Wade with a big body slam.
Gets on top and just pounding his head in.
This is what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to stay on top of him here if he wants any chance of walking out. Mike Sutton.
He wants to keep this big man grounded as much as possible.
Right there, you see that one shot turn things around.
We've got a lot of guys that we've talked about with power. Mike Sutton, sudden death here. He's one of those, and he displays it right there.
Yeah, explosive power too. He just barely even breaking a sweat. And Wes Wade, he's not a little guy, but he just got lifted up overhead. And now Sutton just cranking on the neck.
Wes Wade's about 6'6", 270 pounds, so he's a big guy himself.
Yeah, another big haymaker, sledgehammer to the face almost.
Just ramming his head to the back of the mat there.
Oh, just talking about this, these two getting an opportunity to fight that GSF title at the free preview, but this is almost a FPV match in itself right here, getting to see these two in the main event and under no disqualifications.
Oh yeah, this is a big match, big main event tonight. That was made by Ray Geddes earlier tonight, and I don't think it'll disappoint the fans at all.
Oh, right here in front of us now. No countouts. Referee can't do anything to stop these two on the outside of the ring.
You can use any weapons that you want. There's no disqualification.
Wes Wade here, using the corner of the apron there and almost the ring post. Sutton almost got a taste of his own medicine there.
That's what I was about to say. He almost got a taste of his own medicine.
He's fighting back here. Wes Wade fighting back, though, got him with fire and scary. Renegade is not going to play games with him here. He's taking the fight right to sudden death, using the announce table as a weapon again.
Right into the ring.
Look at this.
Barrier there.
Hammering away on him again with more punches. There's nothing scientific about a no disqualification match.
Oh, when he hit those steps just now, he hit his lower midsection there.
And then Sutton just using his head like a basketball there, dribbling it off the floor. He's going under the ring. He's got a baseball bat. Oh my goodness.
Oh, right across the midsection.
Well, you can do all kinds of internal damage with that. They're just continuing the attack here on Wes Wade, who's in a very vulnerable state now.
Wade with a big counter boot right to his face. He's just pounding away on his head.
Match is remaining very close here. Oh, that spinning heel kick almost leaving him unfazed there. Wait a second, what is he doing? No way, throwing it into the crowd here. There we go.
Big European uppercut.
I heard that this was no disqualification, but I don't remember him saying there was false count anywhere. But these two are fighting clear into the audience here.
I guess no DQ means they can go wherever they want to. Too. I don't know about if I imagine you still got to be in the ring to pin them.
Well, I don't think pinfall is on the agenda right now. Wes Wade's planning on using that steel chair. Oh, big headbutt there. Sutton still standing though.
Takes him down with a clothesline.
Grabbing another steel chair here. Back here in this this section of the fans here where it's almost sectioned off from guardrails. There's all kinds of things they can use to their liking here. Oh, sidesteps that steel chair. Wes Wade fighting right back. He's just swinging wildly there. The fans need to get out of the way before somebody gets caught inadvertently. Oh, and there's a face buster. Sudden death is down again.
Wade's kind of taking it too sudden death right now.
He's got a garbage can now and right across the shoulder blades with it. Wes here looking, goes into that guardrail. Reeling here and using it again. Face first that time.
Big counter on by Sutton.
Sutton here. Oh, on with that big uppercut like chop. Up against the guardrail goes Wes Wade. That's Mike Sutton getting the offense back here. Wes Wade with a big punch. Countering right back. What's going to be here? So he's got sudden death up against this table. Goodness. Oh, wait a second. He's got him up for a suplex through the table.
And the crowd's right there beside him are just eating that up.
They can almost probably feel the splinters come off of that table as it just exploded under the impact of that suplex.
But I think the fans here tonight want to see Mike Sutton get beat. I think they want to see him get beat for what he did to Riley Reynolds last week. I think the fans are really, they're always behind Wes Wade, but I think they're really behind him tonight.
There can't be anybody watching GSF at this point in time who can endorse what Mike Sutton did unless he's just watching his own matches and cheering himself on.
I don't think anybody's endorsing what he did.
Look at that big full-arm shots into the bullpen, really over that barricade there. It's a hell of a shot there from Wes Wade. Oh, he goes right back over as well. This is a slugfest here.
You got two heavyweights and a heavyweight bout right now.
They're two of the baddest men in the entire GSF locker room here, with nothing stopping them. Everything baseball bats, steel chairs, trash can, tables all come into play here. Fist aplenty, and there's a face buster again from the Renegade. This Upton, he's got him in the turnbuckle here. Wade from the middle rope. Oh, and a bulldog again. He likes to go into that bulldog.
I said he needed to keep this big man grounded. I think he's done a good job of that here tonight. I mean, yeah, they've been fighting outside the ring some, but he still kept him grounded for the most part outside the ring. If you let him get back to his feet, that's a different thing to deal with.
Wes Wade here bringing the baseball bat back into the ring. He's going to give him a little bit of turnabout now. This is all completely fair and legal in this match. Oh Jesus!
Oh, a shot directly to the head.
You know, Mike Sutton wants to talk about caving in somebody's skull. He just got his bell rang with that baseball bat. What's Wade thinking here? Oh,
I think he just busted him open with that shot.
It was a full Nelson into a face buster there. Drives into the middle of the ring, makes the cover here. Took a second too long, I think, positioning him, and Mike Sutton's able to kick out. Yeah, he's busted wide open.
And I think Wes called that move that he did just a minute ago the fall from grace.
Comes in for DDT there as he's trying to get up to his feet. Again, keeping him grounded so far. Wes Wade has had an answer for Mike Sutton here at every turn of this match. Going up maybe for another Bulldog here. And he goes 2 for 2 on that.
Going for the pin.
Just enough to keep the big man down and out here. No. I guess Wes Wade a little distracted here, arguing with the official.
I'm telling him he should have had the 3 count there, he thought.
I'm just amazed these haymakers that he's throwing at Mike Sutton. Mike Sutton stays on his feet after each one. Suplex. Oh, throws him, hangs him up dry on that top rope.
Wade's had control since they've gotten back in this ring. Wade's had control of this matchup.
Well, look here, he's got him on the ring apron now. He's gonna suplex the big man back into the center of the ring.
The big suplex on a big man.
There's indeed, but Mike Sutton though, just almost seemingly countered that in a moment's notice there.
Looks like he's been playing possum all this time.
He was waiting for that shot, and he rocked Wes Wade with that neck breaker. Wes is taking a very long time to get up to his feet. Mike Sutton's waiting for him here.
Oh, and he's going for death comes to all, and he hit it. That might be it.
Is that enough to put away the Renegade? Two count. No. Mike Sutton, he can't believe it. Elbow right to the heart of Wes Wade.
Now this man is over 300 pounds here, and it's just coming down all on his sternum, all that weight.
Wait a second. I thought he was going for that baseball bat again here, but instead he's just going to keep apart the Renegade. And there, wild swing there, misses. Wes Wade fighting back again. Shoots him off into the ropes here. Oh no, almost like a headbutt. Wait, Mike Sutton with the roll up. You expect that from a man his size, he only gets a 1.5.
You got to pull everything out of the bag in a match like this, I guess.
Wes Wade cutting him off there with that clothesline. Pendulum backbreaker, center of the ring.
Still on the offensive.
Well, this has been a very close matchup here between these two.
They've both gone back and forth.
Both these men standing toe-to-toe here, throwing punches in the middle of the ring. Sutton with a Manhattan drop.
That'll drop you in a minute, depending on where that knee lands.
Yeah, and then he just throw the knee to the face, too. In a sec. Oh, a big slam.
Sidewalk slam there.
He turned him inside out with that one. He's his own momentum against him.
He's just stomping him.
Oh, another Manhattan drop.
What's he setting him up for here? Oh.
Come up. Send him for a power bomb. Oh my God, he's going all the way up for the power bomb. Oh.
Oh, see the height on that power bomb.
He held him in the air. You get a 6'6" man, size of Wes Wade. Oh, he kicks out again. This is why this man is a Grand Slam champion here at GSF. Wes Wade, more heart than we've seen out of just about anybody. Wait, turning things around here. Got him up. Big suplex. And now it's Wes Wade turning things around again with the backbreaker.
Yeah, these two have gone back and forth.
Well, what's he looking for here? Picking him up. Oh, a pile driver.
Took the big man off his feet in a hurry with that pile driver.
I think he should have covered him there. He had him. He might have had him beat. Mike Sutton looks like he has no idea where he is after that pile driver. A face buster again. Wes Wade here sticking to what's been working with that backbreaker. Mike Sutton's got blood running down his face. He's a mess.
And it's just gotten worse as he's gone along. And another face buster.
You can't argue with success as he continues to hit that underhook face buster. Mike Sutton rolls out here. Wait, nope. Shoots him in. I cannot believe how badly busted open Mike Sutton is right now.
He's just a bloody mess right now.
I mean, I'd say he's seeing red, but he's literally seeing red. The blood's just pouring down into his eyes. It has to be. Going to the top here. Got Wade up. Oh, what a superplex. Both men feeling that one.
If he had any more weight on that superplex, we might have seen the ring collapse.
Well, it's a good thing Sutton was on the middle rope there and he didn't go all the way up top with him. But Wes Wade telling him to bring it on, though. And, oh, he's going to go for that face buster, but he drops him on the knee instead.
Goes with a gut buster instead. Yeah, every time he's landed on his face, it's made a little bit more blood come out of that
There we go.
cut.
Look at Wes Wade getting fired up here. Full head of steam, big forearm in the corner, and looking for the Bulldog. Oh my God! Throw him across the ring there. What a counter!
Immediately went for the cover.
Unbelievable action here in the main event. And Wes Wade fighting back again. And with this big suplex. He's got to make a cover here. At least if nothing else to buy himself some time, but
both of these men are just spent right now. What's he going for here?
He's picking him up, single underhooks him here. Oh, into a frame buster.
That might be it.
That was a devastating move. Wait a second.
He's just stomping him.
I notice he's still not going for the pin here. He's trying to finish off Mike Sutton. Wait.
Who's this? His music's at.
Wait a second. That's Sean O'Connor. What's he doing now? Sean O'Connor. We seen him backstage earlier, but he's not in this main event. Wes Wade was distracted there by that.
And allowed Sutton to get back up. Uh-oh.
Like Sutton was looking for this earlier. He couldn't put him away one, but he hits him with a second one.
Hits him with the death comes to all. He's going for the pin.
I can do it here. He's got him covered here. 1, 2. And Mike Sutton off a distraction from Sean O'Connor, we still see up there on the ramp. Picks up a hard-fought victory here over Wes Wade, but I think if it wasn't for that distraction, Wes Wade would be going to the free-for-view at the end. Instead, it's sudden death.
And I would think everybody, the whole world was rooting for Wes Wade here. But distractions lead to madness.
Well, it's absolutely true. That's the bottom line here tonight. We've seen it throughout the evening. It's a running theme, it seems like. There you see the end of the match. Sean O'Connor is going to head backstage.
Sutton's going to celebrate being the #1 contender I just hope he don't try to do what he did to Riley Reynolds last week.
Yeah, Sutton's headed in one place, and that's to get the F in. Claim what he claims is his. He's got to go through Ray Geddes.
That's no easy task. Just like this wasn't an easy task tonight against West Wade.
Hold on a second. Speaking of Ray Geddes, he's going to put the exclamation point on what he had to say to Sutton earlier.
Here he comes. Business just picked up.
He's bringing the title with him out here tonight. Mike Sutton's eyes have not laid off of that title. He's not even looking at Geddes. He's looking at the title here. Face to face. Oh, look at this.
Guess telling him what he thinks of him.
Geddes taking his time here, but careful taking his eye off of Mike Sutton like this. Right up in his face here with the belt in hand. What are they saying to each other?
I don't know what they're saying, but they're jawing with each other. And look at that stare down, though. I mean, they are focused on each other.
Yeah, this is almost like time standing still here. Mike Sutton's waited 4 years for the moment to get his hands on that title, and Ray Geddes is the only person left standing in his way.
And that's what he's been wanting since he came back. Since it was announced that GSF was coming back. Folks, that's all the time we've got for tonight.